Welcome to the Dynasty Dads Podcast. Football, rankings, debates, dad stuff. With your hosts, Justin Williams and Matt Renshaw.
And welcome everyone to this edition of the Dynasty Dads Podcast. I am your host, Justin, Mr. Irrelevant Williams, and with me as always, my good friend, Matt Renshaw. Matt, how are you today?
It's been a good day. It's been a long day, but we'll get into that later. Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah. Hey, it's better to be drafted than not drafted at all.
I don't know. At least if you're not drafted, you get to pick the team you play for.
Nah, that doesn't matter. That don't matter. You want to be drafted.
I don't know.
Get some kind of exposure.
That's a good Twitter poll. Would you rather be Mr. Irrelevant or an undrafted free agent?
Mr. Irrelevant.
You get a car being Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to be Mr. Irrelevant there? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Who cares? And you're probably going to a decent team, 7.32.
I don't know.
You might not, I guess.
Yeah.
That's fair. Matt, we've been busy.
We have.
Yeah.
It's been a busy time. There's not a lot going on in the football world besides the draft that's coming up tomorrow, but
bunch of hyperbole out there and smoke screens.
Yes.
Smoke screens.
Can't
Smoke
believe
screens.
anything that you're reading the last 72
Diversion. Diversion. More diversion.
The Browns are going to draft everyone with
What's
the first
the Patriots going to do? Packers going to move up. Broncos going to move down.
Everyone's moving up. No one's moving down.
Yeah, everybody is. I love the rumors this time of year. I don't even listen to any of them because it's just like you can't predict any of it.
No.
But that's what makes the draft so great.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of trades during the draft, and I think there's going to be a lot of movement up, down, back, forth.
Do-si-do.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. It always is. There's plenty of drama. It's like there's a real human element to everything going on. There's a business side of it. It's just, and it's all mixed in with our favorite sport.
Do you watch like a certain stations covered? Like, are you an ESPN guy or NFL Network guy?
As much as I despise ESPN, I do watch the ESPN coverage of the draft. I do. It's my favorite.
Do you? Is it muted?
No, I need to hear it. Like I don't like going to a bar or going to a party where it's a draft party. I want to hear everything.
Okay.
Which I know we have an interview later with Eric and Rhett, and I'll explain what my plan is for the draft and how I just need to hear it. I can't follow it on Twitter or something. I need to hear it.
Do you
have a favorite?
I'm new-ish to Twitter. I mean, not like 2-3 years, but I always liked those people that I know I'm weird. I like the people that tweeted it out early, and you hate it. And we lived together at one point, and I know you hate that. So
I would just turn my phone off. If I'm going to watch it, my phone gets turned since I can't really turn my phone off anymore because of my career, but I'll probably mute it on purpose and maybe charge it in the other room.
I like knowing ahead of time, but that's just me. I mean, I want to get everything quick, and I know ESPN and NFL Network have this agreement where they won't spoil picks, and
it always falls through. Somebody's going to do it.
Yeah.
I seen ABC is actually going to do the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, right?
That's big.
That is big. It's a big deal. I mean, it's the worst part of the draft,
right? But it's moving towards ABC is going to host rounds 1 and 2. I mean, I wouldn't in a year or two. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
I just think it's smart. It's a good strategy. From a business standpoint. So we took a week off.
We did.
Which that was kind of unforeseen. We didn't really think we were going to do that, but
wasn't planned.
Yeah, it was recording night. We both had a lot going on. It would have been really tough to do it unless we did it super late. And then we kind of looked at the news and notes, and we're just like, is this really worth it?
Right.
Why don't we just take a week off? So that's what we did.
It worked, and it worked out. I mean, we didn't miss out on a whole lot, and the stuff that we did miss out, we're going to hit.
Yeah.
I mean,
probably.
That wide receiver that we were promised wasn't going to get cut.
We'll get to it. You hold up.
Okay.
Hold on. So, as always, you can find us on Twitter at Dynasty Dads, Facebook at Dynasty Dads, and iTunes at Dynasty Dads. Be sure to drop a like, a favorite, a retweet, or even a comment and review on iTunes. Those
5 stars?
5 star? 5 star?
5 stars?
5 star.
Those are nice.
We need those, and those actually help out the show a lot, and they bring us more sponsorships and more deals that we can actually pass on to our listeners.
Yep.
So also be sure to check out
www.dynastydads.com.
That's right.
Unless you were going to go a different route.
So, Matt, I say we just jump right into news and notes because there's not really a ton to talk about.
Okay.
So let's just get it out of the way. Des Bryant was cut.
Yes, he was. And you were pretty adamant he was not getting cut.
I was adamant he wasn't going to get cut. I can't believe the Cowboys would make such a decision. It makes no sense to me from a football point of view. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me from a business point of view.
They didn't even offer him a pay cut. Like, that's the thing that baffles me.
Just a terrible decision.
Like, he said he would have accepted a pay cut, which is easy to say once you're cut. Oh, well, I would have taken. But,
right.
Like, and now they're talking, oh, we're going to draft a wide receiver. Like, and I get it. The more that this has happened, the more that I processed it, whatever. I still think it was a dumb move. But this team isn't built to pass. They're a run-first team. The wide receivers, I don't think anyone's going to lead the league in anything in terms of receiving for Dallas. I don't know. I could see him drafting a wide receiver in the second round. I sure hope they don't draft one in the first.
Well, the rumors are swirling that a pretty good wide receiver is going to end up landing in Dallas. They're probably going to take a wide receiver with possibly that first round pick, but you never know. Also, it doesn't look like Des Bryant's going to get cut before tomorrow, or going to get signed before tomorrow.
No.
It's rumored that he was offered a deal with the Ravens that he turned down.
Yep.
And he is looking for a 1-year prove-it deal. And I tell you what, Matt, I really am petrified of a motivated Des Bryant on a 1-year deal.
Yeah, and where he ends up is going to be... I mean, if he was going to go to Baltimore, I wouldn't have been scared.
That is a scary, scary player to match up against.
But a 1-year Des Bryant in Green Bay or a 1-year Des Bryant in New York, which it sounds like that's his preferred destination.
This screams Randy Moss when he went to the Patriots.
Yeah.
This screams it.
Well, they're different players, but I understand the concept.
Different players, sure, and Randy Moss is probably... Randy Moss is better than
Randy
Des
Moss
Bryant.
is a Hall of Famer. Des Bryant is not a Hall of Famer.
Not yet. Des Bryant is not an old guy. Des Bryant can still play.
At the time, Randy Moss signed with New England.
I said Randy Moss is a better player.
Okay.
But this screams like... I'm sorry, Des Bryant is just one of those players where I do not want to go against when he's super motivated and has a chance to win.
If he ends up in Buffalo, are you scared of Des in Buffalo? Because I am. I am
scared of Des Bryant no matter where he goes.
Wow.
I will put that out there right now.
Nope.
I am not worried about Des Bryant. I am very happy to have Des Bryant and acquire Des Bryant for just about any price.
That's true.
Because
you did acquire Des Bryant.
Yeah, and I know I overpaid, but in that league, that situation was different.
Yeah, I'm not. We don't need to get into specifics.
Well,
you bought Des Bryant off of me.
I did buy him.
Yep.
And I'm super excited about it.
And I loved the return.
Well, you should. I overpaid, but I overpaid because I need stars in that league, and that league is so hard to get them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No one's here to listen to us talk about our league.
Regardless, so yeah, that's my take on it. It sucks that he got cut. It was unforeseen, but
gosh, could you
I have no problem buying him right now.
Green Bay, like how scary would Green Bay be,
dude? He's going to go to a team that he knows he's going to get the ball at, and it's going to be nuts.
Yep,
it's going to be nuts. Another guy that got cut wasn't terribly expected, at least not at this point, was C.J. Anderson.
Yeah.
He gone.
Kind of late to cut guys in the free agents. I mean,
kind of a dick move.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And it's our teams. Like, Dez is a Cowboy, my team. C.J., Bronco, your team.
Yeah, and I love how everybody's coming out of the woodwork to say that Devontae Booker, like, now is the time to buy him.
Oh, yeah.
This is, like, the worst time to buy him. Yeah. The time to buy him would have been last, like, I don't know, like 2 months ago.
Now is the time to sell him. Because if Barkley falls to 5, his value is worthless.
The Broncos are going to walk out of this draft with a rookie running back. Yeah. It might not be Barkley, but they're going to walk out of here with somebody. And I just don't. I've seen Devontae Booker play. I am not impressed.
No,
I just don't know where people are coming from.
The coaching staff likes him. I don't get, but I'm not. You're the Broncos fan. I don't know.
No, C.J. Anderson's going to go to a team. It sounds like he's gathering a lot of interest.
8 teams is the rumor that are interested in him.
He could end up in a decent situation and make a great running back too, maybe a flex guy.
Yeah,
I think that he's going to have a lot of sleeper value.
He's still young, and he just went over 1,000 yards this year for the first time in his career.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not going to throw out landing spots because the draft is going to determine where he goes.
Absolutely.
So I'm not even going to worry about it. But he's gonna go somewhere where he'll get his carries and he'll be fine. He's
going to end up somewhere on a team where they probably draft a rookie too.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be. It's going to be real muddy. I can see a situation being that way.
Wouldn't the Buccaneers make sense? Like if we're throwing out, like I said, I wasn't going to do, but the Buccaneers would make sense to sign him.
Yeah, I guess.
The Giants, if they don't draft Barkley.
I'd rather the Giants just get a rookie, a high rookie.
Well, sounds like you might get your wish.
So Gronk says he's coming back.
Yep. Shocker.
Yeah. I really think we got maybe 1 year left of Gronk, and I think we're done.
What about Brady? Are they going together? Are they?
I don't think Brady and Gronk are tight like that. I think I don't know. I guess there's been rumors that Belichick and Brady don't get along, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was rumors that Belichick was gone at the end of this year.
Just Brady doesn't strike me as a like we're gonna do this together kind of guy. Like I think Brady, if he knew Gronk was retiring like this year, would say, "Screw it, I'm playing another year."
Right.
Like I'm gonna do this alone because it's gonna be like the biggest deal ever.
You think he makes Gronk kiss him when he leaves the room?
Probably like kiss the ring at least. One of them.
Not a peck.
No.
Gronk, come here.
You're gross. You're gross. All right, so we have that's about it for news and notes.
There's not a whole lot.
We're
not going to get into draft rumors.
I was going to say we could talk about draft rumors, but we'll be here all night.
Yeah.
So I guess we should. You want to dial up Eric and Rhett? We got Eric and Rhett,
the Oracle,
the 10-year-old genius.
Dude knows this. I mean, if you follow it on Twitter,
it's interesting stuff.
He has no. I mean, he's no offense to no one's gonna know. He's got better notes than some people's articles I've seen.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and he has better takes than Nick Robinson did. That's for sure.
True. Yeah, Nick Robinson just read off of Player Profiler.
Gosh, dork. So you can find all that at DL Football. It's going to be Eric and Rhett Dickens right after this. All right, Matt, it is about that time. We have our guests.
Guests.
Plural. That's right.
That's an extra S on the end there.
We have our guests in the house. Welcome, Eric and the Oracle, Rhett Dickens. Eric, how are you today?
Hey, doing good.
Good.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. So I see you brought Rhett. Rhett, how's it going?
Great, actually. Yeah.
Good. Rhett, for our listeners out there, why do you think people call you the Oracle?
I don't know. I just think sometimes they think I know a lot of stuff about football.
Sure.
So, I mean, I take it as a compliment.
Absolutely, you should.
So it's like just awesome to go by. So
I was not this modest at 10 years old.
Well, I mean, the Oracle is a much better nickname than the names that people would call Matt when he was 10. I'll tell you that much. Hey, Erica, you're pretty big on Twitter, I understand. Am I correct?
I like to think it's more the collection of people I've surrounded myself with, but yeah, I'm part of the DLF, the Dynasty League football team. I run the main Twitter handle at DL Football, and pretty much spend most of my time helping promote other people's work. So right now it's hot and heavy rookie draft season. We have a rookie draft guide that you probably can't go more than like 30 minutes without seeing a tweet of some new article or ranking or mock draft at DLF.
And that Twitter handle is at DL Football, correct?
Yep, you got it.
Awesome. Well, Matt, what do you say we get right into it?
I saw this and I'm like, I want these guys on. Like the tweet storm that came a couple of days ago. Eric tweeted out that his son was looking at some film of quarterbacks, and I'm looking at kind of the in-depth analysis that we're getting, and I'm going, this is a 10-year-old. This is better than some stuff I read online. So I was excited to have you guys on, and so let's just kind of start with that. You know what? Obviously, you guys do fantasy football together. What kind of started that?
I mean, I got into like fantasy sports, and actually, I think the entry was fantasy hockey, like 16. But it just kind of morphed into fantasy football and then into Dynasty, and so I've been really into Dynasty since probably about 2009. And so, just kind of a natural like stuff to do with your kids. And
I eventually just caught on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what, 2 years ago or so, you really?
Yeah, I was like 8. Yeah.
Really started getting into it. And then last year, my wife suggested, kind of including him with my obsession, as far as especially like around the NFL draft. And so I just thought, like, okay, show me how you would rank these guys. Tell me about these guys, going into the draft.
Right.
And so this year was a little bit more, pen to paper and made notes. I mean, he kind of took on the notes part. I just said, here's a list of the top guys in no certain order. Like, take a look. He watched their highlights, and yeah, and then what you saw me put out there on Twitter.
I mean, I won't ruin your list here, Rhett, but I'll let you get to it. But I'm looking at it going, there's some it's not the same list that you see from all these other experts out there, and you've got notes. I mean, it's for those of you that haven't seen it, like it is legit in-depth analysis. So so are you guys watching the draft together tomorrow somewhere?
Yeah, actually, I gave him a little project. You want to tell him what project I gave you?
Yeah, so like Dad wants me to he wants me to say like in what order and the people that the different positions go in and how many people go in the first round.
Nice.
Yeah, so like, while I'm out there promoting the stuff that DLF is doing, it gets kind of fast and furious like during the draft. And so it's kind of nice to have like that rundown sheet of how many quarterbacks have went by what pick, how many running backs, how many tight ends, for dynasty purposes. And so he's going to kind of chart it for me.
Nice. Got a little built-in. Your son's 8, right?
He's 7 now. He's going to be 8 this year, though.
You going to have him like chart stuff for your
this is all, I'm
team?
taking notes right now. This is all great.
It's like an unpaid intern.
Yeah, right?
Well, and a lot of these notes, I just want to make sure that they can actually be found on the Twitter handle at DL Football, which I think they're pretty cool to look at. So if somebody wants to check that out, that's the place to do it. So Red, I got a question for you. What's it like helping your dad's friends with fantasy football?
Oh yeah, so I feel like it's just such an honor to have like older people and more experienced people asking me how to run their fantasy game. So it just, I'm really excited when people ask me about it.
That is a very modest answer for a 10-year-old man. You're doing pretty good. So
he's modest on this end, but when they ask him, he'll talk some crap. We are Broncos fans living in Kansas City, so
Broncos fans. There we go.
I'm outnumbered. Right. I'm outnumbered 3-1 here.
Yeah, go Denver. This is awesome. Does Rhett do this every year then? Is this kind of something new?
So I started, this is my second year doing a job for my dad on the draft. But yeah, it's been really fun this last year.
And we also had a family fantasy league for the first time last season. And so the thought was, we'll do kids and parents kind of together. And then when it came down to it, we were like a week away, and I'm like, you know what? I think you could do your own team. And you did a great job. Had a little bit of bad luck with injuries, but during the draft, they were all pretty scared of how good his team was going to look.
Wow.
It's impressive, man. That's impressive.
This is nuts.
I just know that if I tried to explain like my fantasy league, how fantasy football works to Carson, I can't do it. Because he just doesn't. He's not wrapping his head around it at all. He just thinks wins or losses.
Right.
So, I mean, let's talk about it. We got to talk about some quarterbacks then, right?
Let's talk quarterbacks.
Are there any quarterbacks you guys like, dislike? What are your rankings like? Let's talk quarterbacks.
You want me to start, Rhett?
Yeah, sure.
So the funny part is our rankings aren't that different. And I did not, I mean, he's heard me probably talk a little bit, just,
of course,
in background noise kind of, but our rankings surprisingly aren't that different from each other's. I think our top 2 are probably different than a lot, but they're the exact same. Baker Mayfield 1 and Josh Rosen 2. And to me, and I can't remember if you said this, but to me, they're a top tier. Those 2 guys I prefer over everybody else. I'll let you talk a little bit more about why you like those guys.
So I like both of those 2 because, I mean, they're more accurate than some guys, meaning Josh Allen.
Yeah. I like that he's on the not Josh Allen train with us.
I really like how they play the game. And when they play, it's just really fun to watch. And I watched those 2 like the longest out of the quarterbacks. I didn't even notice I did. It was just like I was hypnotized.
Interesting. So Baker Mayfield's the number 1 quarterback for you guys then, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I have some sconcerns just with wondering if it will translate to the NFL, just with his height and everything. I mean, traditionally the NFL's been pretty scared away, especially first-round quarterbacks usually have to be taller than him.
Right.
But I think he might break that mold a little bit this year. I don't think he'll be the number 1 quarterback drafted. I mean, everything I'm seeing doesn't point at that. It points at Rosen or Darnold.
Yeah.
I think he has less flaws in his game than Darnold, and his upside is greater than Rosen's. If you were telling me which guy will you bet money will be a long-term starter in the NFL, I'd probably go with Josh Rosen. I think he's probably the safest. But I think Baker Mayfield's upside is really, really high. I mean, it's up there with Lamar Jackson's upside, but with not as much of the risk. I just love the kind of leader he is. That's why he's up there for me. Darnold really worries me. I mean, everybody talks about his footwork and his throwing kind of angle, I guess, or motion. Lamar Jackson, I like him a lot. It's just, can he be kind of that minimum threshold of accuracy like a Mike Vick in order to stay on the field?
Okay, well, Matt, do you have anything else to add?
And you guys both have Allen as your 7th ranked quarterback. Yes?
Actually,
no?
I think Allen on my list is my number 5.
Okay.
But
it's they're past the big 4.
Because of the upside.
Yeah, I'm not a big Josh. I see Josh Allen as like a Joe Flacco, and that's like the high end. I know a lot of people say Cutler as a comp, but he can throw the ball deep. Great. I know another guy that got drafted number 1 overall by the Raiders that could throw a ball deep, and he ballooned into a left tackle. So throwing the ball deep, to me, it doesn't. I mean, great. That's awesome. But can are you accurate? What's your pocket presence? Those are things that I tend to focus on.
Yeah, one of the first things that Rhett said after I kind of left him alone while he was watching the tape, and I'm like, let me see your rankings. Before he handed them to me, he said, well, I spent the most time on Baker Mayfield, and I just didn't even realize it. And then he said, and the last guy, he said, I spent like 30 seconds because he just has a huge arm.
I didn't make a minute. I saw right through that big arm of his.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And I had to look. I'm like, oh, tell me it's Josh Allen.
Yep.
Like, that'll be awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what about running backs? I mean, obviously a lot of people are pretty high on this class of running backs. I think Matt and I are both in the same boat where we think the first 4 picks of rookie drafts should be running backs in most situations. Obviously, I'm guessing Barkley is number 1, right?
Yeah, his list, which I haven't put out there on Twitter yet. I'll probably do it right after this pod. But I think I did send to you guys as long as it went through. But his top 3 are very similar to pretty much everyone else that's out there. Barkley, Geis, and Chubb. Mm-hmm. And that's probably how I have it before landing spots.
Yep.
I think Chubb, in my opinion, still has an opportunity to overtake Geis if Chubb lands in a favorable spot and Geis doesn't.
Right.
But I think those guys are kind of, in my opinion, there's kind of a tier break there for me personally.
Yeah.
I really liked Chubb when I watched him, but Darius Geis, I watched a video, but he runs angry. So
like that,
he brings a new determination to the game that some running backs don't have. So I had to put him number 2 over Chubb. But.
Now his rankings do get a little bit interesting when you go a little bit further down. They kind of break the mold a little bit. Like, for example, Sony Michel for him drops to 6th.
Oh.
So in between those top 3 that we talked about, he has Penny and John Kelly ahead of Sony Michel, which I haven't seen out there.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Really fun to watch.
I like John Kelly, and he's a guy that I'm hoping that I can get like the 2nd round, mid, maybe early mid 2nd round. But I like John Kelly too. I mentioned it on an earlier podcast. He's kind of one of my sleepers in terms of running backs. So if the Oracle is telling people to draft him higher than that, I don't know if we want that getting out.
Man, I'm excited about Sony. I think it really depends on where he lands. I think that's kind of the case with a lot of these guys, but boy, I don't know. I like Sony.
Yeah,
a lot.
I like this year's class, but after to me, Barkley and I guess a little bit Chubb, they're very landing spot dependent.
Yep.
As far as will they be able to hit their ceiling? Like, will they get utilized to the point that they're really good? And I think guys like Sony Michel needs to land in a spot where he can succeed. Yeah, where he can succeed by catching passes out of the backfield in addition to running. And somewhere, Darius Geis needs to go somewhere where his power and tackle breaking ability is able to be used.
He can just be a
Yeah.
bruiser.
Can't go somewhere where he's like splitting the time.
Yeah, he's going to need to be kind of the lead bruise back.
Yep.
Is there? Have you guys looked at tight ends at all? Is there a tight end maybe we should be on our watch list?
I really like Dallas.
Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
Our top tight end is the same, and then the other ones are completely different. He did just the top kind of 4 tight ends.
Sure, that's really all you
in
need.
his rankings, he has Goddard, Hurst, Andrews, and Gesicki.
Oh.
And when I asked him about it, he said Goddard clear cut, like that's the guy. Everybody else was about the same. Like the next 3 were about the same. I have Goddard and Gesicki pretty darn close. And then
Gesicki was kind of boring to watch. He's like when you think of a tight end, he's the tight end. But like sometimes I look for a tight end that brings something different to the game. Instead of just catching passes and blocking, sometimes they can do good things. Like I saw Hayden ran good routes when I looked at his highlights. So I thought that put him ahead of Andrews and Gesicki.
So you thought he ran better routes?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
that
that
makes
gives
sense.
him option to get open and all
Yeah.
that, make plays.
Yeah.
Was that the guy that you said was fast, very fast?
Yes.
Yeah. That's all that is. Fast, very fast.
Yep. These hybrid tight ends are spoiling these young guys.
Yeah, we used to have to watch like the dad runners. even in
Yeah,
their prime.
Jason Witten still doing the dad run.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get a rookie in there. They're going to start grooming a rookie here.
They've got Rico Gathers.
My point
Haven't they been
exactly.
supposed to draft like a top tight end for like a really long time?
Yeah.
They went through like these, like I don't even know what round, but like Escobar and Hannah.
They had
like,
Martellus
these guys
Bennett.
Like guys who've like come and gone.
Yep.
And he's still there,
Yep.
sitting down in the middle of the zone for 6 yards.
It's great for a young quarterback just to have that security blanket. I hope he stays around a little longer.
So do you guys have any plans for the draft? What are you guys going to do? I know he said he's going to keep track, but are you guys going to watch at home? You going anywhere? What's the deal? Having a party?
I think we're gonna watch at home at least the first round. Actually, the second round, he has a really cool opportunity. A friend of ours works for the Chiefs, and even though we aren't Chiefs fans, he's going to
The draft party.
go out to a draft party
Nice.
at Arrowhead, where they have a bunch of games going on. They have the draft broadcast live, that kind of thing. Maybe even meet a couple of players or
Former
whatever.
players.
Yep.
Might be able to meet Albert Lewis.
Yeah, I
Sweet.
think Albert Lewis is supposed to be there, a couple other guys. So, yeah. I will be sitting here covering the draft for DLF. We got a lot of live updates going out and articles, and so I'll just be kind of helping promote those and doing some behind the scene, changing team settings as players get drafted
Right.
and all that kind of stuff. What about you guys? What are you doing for the draft?
What's tomorrow? Thursday. It really depends on my plan is to watch it and tweet out each pick. Initial thoughts, initial reactions. But being a dad, having kids, I have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. It kind of changes plans occasionally. So that's my plan, is to just sit at home and watch it. But if I could get away and hang out in my basement by myself without having to worry about the kids, I would absolutely be doing that.
That's awesome.
My son has a school program going on tomorrow.
That's right.
And it starts. I got to be there by 6:45. The draft starts at 7. So I am going to plug in my headphones, turn on my ESPN app, and just kind of listen to it as the program goes on. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
I'm
Nice
not gonna miss it.
multitasking ability.
Yeah, he has one line, so it's okay. I'm there
so
for
it's like a play. It's not
it's a program.
musical or
musical play, whatever.
I don't know.
They all take.
They're in the
Everybody
practice,
has
I
to
don't
have
know about to do that.
everybody has to have a part. It's one of those deals.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's this part?
I don't know.
Yep. Everybody wins a trophy.
Yeah. He says one sentence, just like every other kid. Every other kid has the same amount of words. It's just almost like they count the number of words and how long it's going to take a kid to read it. And you know how it's going to go. Every kid's going to walk right up to the mic, look down,
Say
mumble it, and then they're going to just walk back. It's oh my gosh. Make it stop.
So it sounds like you guys are going to have more fun watching the draft than either of us are.
Absolutely.
It does get easier the older the kids get. You know,
good.
it's easier.
This is true.
We are kind of we're kind of different over here though. I have a 16-year-old girl, and then we have a 16-month-old boy, and so we kind of spread them all out. But that makes for a lot of babysitting help as well.
We're both in that same. I've got I have a 1-year-old. She turned 1 in February, so that makes it 14 months, 15 month old. You've got what, like a 9-month-old, 10-month-old?
Yep, 9 months.
So you're in that, or I guess I'm out of that lack of sleep mode, but that's always rough.
Oh yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
Eric and Rhett, we really appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you for giving us a little bit of dropping some knowledge on us there about those rankings and what you guys do. I think it's a really interesting story. And if anybody wants to connect with you guys or follow up, they need to be following you on Twitter. That's at DL Football.
Awesome.
So thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, guys. This was a blast. Rhett's been excited since I told him you guys asked us, and he's like, all right, let me do some prep and let me think about why I really ranked the players this way. So I know he's been really excited.
I'm psyched.
I can tell you that I plan on in future episodes, like coming back to this and going, well, we had the Oracle and he told us, Hayden Hurst wasn't the top tight end. So be listening, because I plan on referencing that a lot. We've had this conversation. I said, I'm going to use it. I'm going to say, if we get questions from people, I'm going to say, a 10-year-old told you on an episode to not trust, to go get John Kelly or whatever. So.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. This
I'm
was a
honored,
blast.
yo.
Well, Matt, it is about that time.
When most people hear this, it'll be draft day.
Absolutely. Draft day.
Do you watch the draft day movie?
No, I still haven't watched it. I don't care to watch it.
You've never seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's underappreciated.
Just not appreciated by me. I just don't care.
It's good. Yeah, it's not like realistic, but it's a good football movie.
I doubt it. So,
Speaking of the Browns,
in honor of the draft, we're going to go ahead and have our own little rookie mock draft.
All right.
Now, we're not going to talk linemen and defensive players. We're just going to talk quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. And we're just going to have a normal standard rookie draft.
Back and forth.
For a standard league, we'll take turns. And I'm thinking maybe we go top 20.
That works.
All right, let's just do top 20.
Okay.
So, Matt, go ahead and flip the coin. Who's going first? You going first?
Me.
Hey!
With the hardest decision of the draft.
I had tails.
At 101, I'm taking
Tails never fails.
I'm kidding. Barkley.
Okay, so Barkley off the board.
He gone.
It's pretty easy. I'm going to go ahead and take Geis here.
Okay.
So in Barkley, we got Geis. I'm going to go ahead and type these up so we don't get confused.
So you've got Geis. I've got Barkley. I'm going to take Chubb. Give me a Chubb.
Yeah, you could never, ever say, give me a Chubb.
Wouldn't it be cool if
again.
the Browns got Nick Chubb and Bradley Chubb? They could have two Chubbs.
Crickets,
Better
Matt.
than one?
Crickets.
All right. Anyway, I'm taking Chubb.
So Chubb's off the board. So far we got Barkley, Geis, Chubb. It is a running back party.
Yep.
Oh, I'm
Now
definitely
what?
taking Sony.
Wow. With the injury concerns?
Easy. They got to keep in mind, this is without knowing where they're going to land. And that's going to change things a little bit for me, but I like Sony's talent, dude. It's right there. He's obviously going to be just fine. Dude's good. Dude's good. Playmaker.
All right.
So, are we going to start going towards these wide receivers, or are we going to stick with the running backs? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Matt?
Me?
What are you going to do?
I
What are you going to do?
easily am taking Penny.
Penny. Wow.
Penny.
Wow.
Penny.
Wow. Wow.
No?
Wow.
No?
No, I just want to do my own Wilson
Oh,
impersonation. So. Oh, boy.
Are you going to take the first wide receiver?
Yeah, I think I am.
Ooh.
Give me Cortland Sutton.
Oh. Okay.
Game over. Flip, flip, flip.
Now, this is hard for me because now do I just take another running back? Because at this point, if you've got a few picks in this area, you're solid, or do I? Oh. Give me DJ Moore.
DJ Moore over Calvin Ridley.
I love DJ Moore.
Wow.
I've said that on previous pods. Give me DJ Moore.
Wow. That's interesting.
I thought you would take him, so I better grab him early.
No, I mean, it's definitely Calvin Ridley here.
You're taking Ridley?
Oh, my God.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then I still get my guy that I would have taken instead of Moore.
Matt, it's a mock draft. You get whoever you want,
I
dude.
know. I'm taking Rojo.
Ronald Jones. Interesting.
My team is stacked.
Oh, my God. Shut up. So we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So with the 10th pick, boy, this is tough.
Stacked. You're not going that, are you?
I'm kind of considering it.
Holy cow, that's way too early.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's not that tough.
I think it's tough.
Okay.
Yeah, give me Dallas. Give me go there.
Wow.
I like it.
This is the reach of the mock.
I like it a lot. You never know, man. He could land on a spot. He could land on a spot.
he sure
And everybody needs a tight end right now. I can see it.
Man.
So far, our top 10 were Barkley at 1, Geis at 2, Chubb at 3, Sone at 4, Penny at 5, Cortland Sutton at 6, DJ Moore at 7, Ridley at 8, Ronald Jones at 9, and Goddard at 10. Who are you going to take at 11?
I don't want to go. I'm going to go RB heavy here. I'm taking Royce Freeman.
Freeman.
I'm loading up on these running backs.
Royce Freeman. Got to type that in. I'm really interested to see where he lands, though.
Yeah.
That's going to be something to watch.
He's a Jordan Howard comp. Not a burner, but good vision, power.
You want to talk about reaches?
Oh, you are. That is, yes.
Quite a reach.
That is a reach.
Give me Anthony Miller. Give it to me.
Wowzers.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. I don't really care where he lands. I think
Wowzers.
I think dude's a baller.
Okay. Well,
Anthony Miller, Memphis,
Man.
done deal.
That's a reach.
That's not that crazy of a reach. I mean, that's end of the first round, start of the second. I think he's absolutely worth that in rookie drafts.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
If you need a wide receiver, for sure.
Okay.
All right, who you got?
James Washington. That was easy.
Yeah,
That's what I thought you were going to take.
He was right there. He was right there, man.
But you decided to reach for...
I had to get him. I'm starting that hype train early before he lands on a team where it's a good situation.
Okay.
Choo choo.
I got my next one. Don't take him. Don't take him.
Lamar Jackson. I said it.
Wow.
First quarterback off the board.
Wow.
Somebody in a rookie draft always needs a quarterback.
Yeah.
This is about the time. Would you rather
Are
have?
you in a one quarterback league?
Yeah, but why not? In a dynasty league, you gotta get a quarterback every now and then.
I
Every
guess.
couple of years, you take a guy, and I mean, he's easy to cut too. Yeah, I guess he's probably not easy to cut. It depends on the situation.
He's your first quarterback taking. He's easy to get.
Well, I mean, hopefully you're in a decent situation. Like you got a guy like Flacco or something that can kind of help you.
Well, this made my. I'm taking John Kelly.
Yep.
The Oracle likes him,
Well, say no more.
and I like him.
Say no more. I can't believe Christian Kirk is still on the board.
Yeah, I know.
Give me Christian Kirk.
That's a good one. I better. Where are we at? 1, 2,
Buckle my shoe.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. So 5 more picks.
All
I have 2 more picks. Oh man, I only have 2 more picks. Give me Gallup.
Whoa. Over EQB or ESB?
ESB. Give me Gallup.
Okay.
Colorado State. No.
I'm gonna take ESB then.
Okay. Okay. So this is my last pick.
Who you getting?
I just want to do it because there's so many like names, team names I can do. Give me Baker.
Baker Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield.
I like it. I think I'm gonna be into like if your roster allows it, whatever quarterback the Giants take, because I think the Giants do end up drafting a quarterback. I think that's kind of the guy to get.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Ravens. If the Ravens draft a quarterback,
Yeah.
I think I'm in
what
on that
about the
guy
Chargers? Because there's rumors that the Chargers are going to draft Lamar Jackson.
if they draft a guy that high, that'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading.
All right, let's see. Num 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 nums. Num 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 num. Oh, we haven't drafted Shark yet.
Nope.
DJ Shark. Okay,
Nope.
that's it. That's it. That is it, Matt. Man, what value. So Barkley was 101. Geis at 2, Chubb at 3, Sony at 4, Penny at 5, Sutton at 6, DJ Moore at 7, Calvin Ridley at 8, Ronald Jones at 9, Goddard at 10, Royce Freeman at 11, Anthony Miller at 12, James Washington at 13, Lamar Jackson at 14, what a steal, John Kelly at 15, Christian Kirk at 16, Michael Gallup at 17, ESB at 18, Baker Mayfield at 19, I like a lot,
I like Baker.
and DJ Shark at 20. Man, we could do this all day.
Yeah.
I really like Baker Mayfield that late. If that's something that's happening right now, that's kind of crazy.
I'll take it. In a one-quarterback league, I'll take him. I'll take the chance.
Baker I don't think Baker needs to fall into like a special situation.
Nope.
Like I don't think he needs to start like immediately for me to want to have him on my roster.
I like Rosen too, but like
Rosen has some fire in him.
I like that.
Me
Like,
too.
So does Baker. I mean, anybody
Yeah,
that saw
absolutely.
the
Oh yeah.
who'd he play?
We all know.
The Kansas game?
We all know.
That's the one.
We've all seen that video.
Yeah.
That GIF.
So I like that. I mean, I do. So I'll take a guy with some confidence.
Yeah. Lord knows those pro football players need it.
Yes.
So that's it for the show, man. We got kind of a short show today, which is nice and easy.
Yeah.
Just the way I like it.
Gross.
So be sure to check us out. We are at Dynasty Dads on Twitter. Matt, are you going to do any tweeting during the
I'm
draft?
gonna try to tweet every pick. I'm gonna try to tweet. That's my
Wow.
goal. But like I mentioned in the interview, having 2 kids, it's not always easy. So that's my goal.
So be sure to keep it locked and turn on those notifications
Yeah.
for the Dynasty Dads Twitter.
Right.
Give Matt some love. Show him that you actually care. We're going to be talking about the draft. We're going to be talking about every pick. Matt, if I see you're tweeting that out, I might get into the conversation.
All right.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
If you have time in between your son's line. and
Yeah, I just can't pull my phone out for the first 45 minutes probably. But
I have to go to the bathroom right now.
You've been twice. Sit down. I can see it now.
Uh,
So check us out on Twitter. We're going to be the place to be. And also we have a Facebook. We're at Dynasty Dads. We're on iTunes at Dynasty Dads. Be sure to leave us a review and comment and like and whatever you can do.
yeah.
We appreciate it. And check out dynastydads.com. Matt, anything else to close the show?
No, I'm excited for this draft. It's finally here. It's here. It's legit. It's over. There's no more, it's going to depend on landing spots. We get to find out landing spots. Probably by Friday, we'll know where the big name guys are. 3 rounds. You should know where these guys go through 3 rounds. At least your top 20.
If you're going to make a trade for a draft pick because you have your eye on somebody, now's the time to do it.
Yep. It's only going to go up after landing spots.
Yeah, because then these rankings are going to get real mixed up in some places. Kind of like that second half of the first round.
Yep.
Things are going to get jumbled after tomorrow. So be sure to figure that out. What you want to do? Send your trades now.
Yep.
But yeah, in the meantime,
Unless
thanks everybody.
Unless your hosting site is down and you can't make trades because no one can see rosters.
Oh yeah, like ESPN because they suck.
Great. Thanks, ESPN.
Special shout out to Eric and the Oracle, Rhett Dickens. They're at DL Football. Thanks for coming on the show. They were great. Definitely going to have them back again soon, I would say.
Yep.
And everybody should enjoy the draft. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. And we will see you next week.
God bless.
Peace.
Thanks for hanging out with us on another episode of the Dynasty Dads Podcast. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes and follow us on Twitter at Dynasty Dads. Visit us at our website, dynastydads.com, for articles, news, and notes, Dynasty Dads gear, and more.